Make it real clear here, too. Mills ain't got $1 in his pocket. How? Why? Because I don't let nobody do shit for me that I don't do myself. Got kids running around with stacks of cash, and then everybody says that I'm the one selling them weed, and then they get caught with meth, and then they say I was the one delivering the weed, and then there's murders and shit, and all these young girls being slept with. I have no idea. I've just been dreaming about young beauty queens. How all this shit? I murdered 100 people. I slept with 100 underage girls. All this shit. I mean, even in the classroom, and then they fucking find people that look like me and make all these videos to put into courts to make it look like I did it. And then, like, okay, what are you going to do with them when they arrest them for it? They put them in jail as me with handcuffs and then tell them that they're going to pay them commissary until they get them out of there. Right? Everybody in this town remembers an M. The other day I went to the store. They said, "No, you can't." I said, "I'm not that motherfucker." "Oh, I see you're Eric." "Yes, that's me. That's the weird shadow figure. We all had one." And they start looking ugly as fuck real quick. Weird shit going on. Just think about it like the sun is rising. Insane. So I make one video, they start going at it like, how am I going to get him for all that weed with those children? How are we going to tie him to it? Well, let me tell you something. Happy Herbs, owned by the same guy that owns Snappy Mart. All of them. And the basket. Connected to an Indian dude. Connected to a girl that I really think is adorable. Her name's Honora. And my best friend Gerald, who I used to live in a driveway with a guy that at the Chinese Gardens off of 801 Mobile Drive, and there's dead bodies buried there. How do I know? Because they told me about it. How did I really figure out about the wealth of Santa Fe and the Thompsons and Thompson Real Estate here? Well, one time he drank a couple beers and he said, "Eric, my parents are about to die." I said, "Yeah, what are you worried about?" "All the stuff." I said, "What kind of stuff?" He said, "Well, they got furniture from the Santa Maria." And I just said, "Oh, cool. Well, whatever. I'd make a guitar out of it." What about my fucking day? Went to Montessori school. Showed girls how to make flower crowns, warm in my own hair. Told boys quit being gay. Put some flower crowns in your hair. Well, I let one of them pee outside once. Yeah, that was the one of the mother of the animal control person. That's Timmy. Animal control bitch tied to Heidi, tied to Martha. The most evil sons of bitches in the world. Nasty program. Took all of our ideas, all of our kid books that we wrote together. They taught me about the Quran. I wrote the new Quran. Everybody here asked me what I really want to do. I say linguistics because we're talking. That's where it starts. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to talk. No, last time I seen Martha, she was getting peaches out of a plastic bag for $10 when they were right there. You could walk and get them 10 feet away. "Hi, Eric." "Hi, Martha." That's what they are. "Hi, Eric." They won't ever say my name in front of a group, and I gotta go, "You ain't in prison yet?" And they go, "Oh, we just heard you got out of jail." I said, "Yeah, I just wrote about all your friends." And they go, "Ha, ha, 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 ha," like that. Like, my friends are evil. Oh, and let's not then there's the fucking Lotus Center. They got the cheapest wheel, but I use it anyway. And last time I was in there, I said, "When you gonna let me make music in here?" And they said, "Well, we got a guy." And I said, "But all the gold's underneath of this desk. When you gonna come up and drink tea with me? We can talk about it." And that bitch lives down at the Chinese Gardens with a boy that Thompson don't like, and all they do is bitch and bitch and bitch at each other. That's all they ever do. You know, we sit back and they go, "This motherfucker's that," and then you question them, "Huh?" And then you can question your own friends, and you go, "Huh?" Then you end up alone, and you do that all day for like a year, and then you go, "Fucking motherfucker," when you have to, but most of the time I just like to go. And then fiddle with the guitar. I really like to just hold hands with ladies and fiddle later. Fucking slow at understanding that we're all God. And that Prince talks to me, Jimmy talks to me. I'm just another Jimi Hendrix. I've been saying that my whole life. I'm just going to be Jimmy again. Quit making a big fucking deal about it. And you haven't heard all the Jimmy stories yet. Then you realize that Jimmy was really God. Like Prince right now, he's got tapes in Diddy trials. He's the one that took down the whole system. He recorded everything. They rented his houses for parties, and he just made sure that it was all recorded because he was the watcher. You get it? And it just gets bigger.